Quba Mosque in Hayes is a cornerstone for the Muslim community. It is located in the second largest borough in London. Christianity is the predominant religion in this borough, but a close second is the Muslim faith. With 29,000 followers, the Muslim faith makes up 10% of the Hillingdon population. Earlier this year, a group of young individuals set their sights on creating a youth program for the younger demographic around the area. The group became known as Back to Basics, who now hold regular reminders every Sunday at 8 o'clock at Quba Mosque. This documentary highlights the activities of Back to Basics in hope of creating awareness to people who might not be aware of such programs.
بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين وأصلي وأسلم على نبينا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. سلام الله عليكم ورحمته وبركاته. My name is Yahya Rabi. I'm an Imam at Masjid Quba. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen, we started this program Back to Basics in the month of February 2018. And Alhamdulillah, when we started it, we set 3 main short-term goals that we wanted to achieve by Ramadan. And these were that, first of all, that we show that Islam, this great religion of Al-Islam, it relates to the youth, the young people, so they understand that they can relate to it and that they can live by it in their lifestyles, that it doesn't, disagree with Islam, basically. Number 2, it was to get the youth to establish prayers in the masjid, other than the day the program is happening, which is a Sunday. So they come to the masjid, and alhamdulillah, these goals, alhamdulillah, we have achieved some of them. And the third one, it is to develop their character, to develop them internally and externally. Meaning that we develop their creed and their belief internally, and externally their conduct and their character and their mannerism, etc. And alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen, through certain steps and measures that we took, we managed to achieve those things. From amongst them, it was to have the weekly program, obviously every Sunday, where we would have refreshments, we would have a lesson and a reminder. So we divided the time into 2 halves as well. And then what we did was as well, that we would have games and stuff that attracted them to come to the masjid as well, where they mingle with the brothers, they get to know each other, and they'll meet each other after the Sunday program, other days as well, and they will play football together, etc. And that's brotherhood that developed. It helped them, grow closer to the masjid, and to know that the masjid is a place that is open to everyone, and it's not a place that, that kicks people out or is not very welcoming. Alhamdulillah, we managed to achieve that. To the extent that we told ourselves in February that in Ramadan, the last 10 days, that we're going to get all the youth to do i'tikaf, spend the last 10 days of the Ramadan in the masjid without leaving, and have programs for them during that time. So last 10 days we had around 50 something young people in the masjid, all doing i'tikaf from all different areas. They got to know each other, and it was a lovely experience, one of the best Ramadans that I experienced, alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen. And then we had after Ramadan, we had after Eid, we had a trip, which was to Thorpe Park, which was covered by the masjid, the community, as a reward for all these people. They did the achievement that they achieved, so they can have fun and enjoy themselves. And alhamdulillah, after that, we had many other programs that happened. Our programs continued after Ramadan, and we have lessons that are continuing in the masjid. We have our reminders, and alhamdulillah, the youth are still coming. We want to expand this. We want this to be bigger. We want this to get to many other masajid as well. We want it to have an influence and effect on the community. We have seen change. We have seen many people who have come to the masjid who have been changed by this program. We have some brothers who are in the masjid now, who are taking part in the program, who are supporting us, trying to work with us in the program, and they are people who themselves were influenced and affected by the program. Alhamdulillah, this is a ni'mah from Allah Azza wa Jal, and this is from Him alone, and the effort the brothers and the community have been doing to support us and to help us get this far. We want to, inshallah ta'ala, get more support and get more da'am, which is support ma'nawi, which is moral support, and financially as well, so that we can run this and it can be something that's stable and that can be bigger and better with the permission of Allah Jalla wa Ala. Jazakumullah khair. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Back to Basics is a youth program that we've been running in Quba Masjid since February this year. Alhamdulillah, our aim at the moment as it stands is to engage the youth into the masjid, get them to at least pray 1 salat in the masjid, inshallah, for them to develop their mannerisms as a Muslim, as a young youth living in the Western society today, and hopefully, inshallah, they can find information within the deen itself for life and hopefully general guidance.
What was the need for this program?
The need for the program is generally the one thing that we're always told is that the youth don't do much for themselves, or the youth are not developing or helping one another. So our aim for this program is to kind of give the brothers a place, a community, a center where they can come to benefit from the reminders and the hadiths and the general knowledge of Islam, and also have a place where they can socialize with their brothers. And it's, you know, they don't feel, you know, patronized or in any shape or form, and they just feel at ease.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. We're here with brother Abdul Rahim. We're outside Quba Masjid. Every Sunday they do a back to basics for the youth, for children 16 and above, for the brothers specifically, to take people off the street, to provide the youth something to do. So inshallah ta'ala, get involved and spread the word. Come to Quba Masjid.
Assalamu alaikum.
What's your name?
Abdul Razak. I'm one of the trustees in this masjid. I work with the youth and I've been around many years, and we would like to see the youth growing and doing a lot of da'wah, inshallah.
What is back to basics to you?
Well, back to basics, they're doing da'wah within the youth, and alhamdulillah, so far they've attracted a lot of the youth to come to the masjid.
Assalamu alaikum. The guys, come through, follow me. So this is normally where we hold back to basics. And also this is where we had itikaf. We had brothers, so many brothers sleeping at each end. And normally this is where the live, this is where it happens, guys. And also on the main hall, inshallah. I'll take you to our office. Inshallah. This is one of the trustees, Abdul Razak, who's been kind to us, alhamdulillah. If you follow us through. So today we're going on a golf trip. Abdul Razak, how's it going with the bus? We have the bus, everything? I have the bus. Alhamdulillah. What time is Dawn?
No, it's 1:30.
And then we'll be going, inshallah. So we'll see you later, inshallah.
We are currently at the madrasa office. This is the madrasa office. They have some features here, which is that on the door, if you have a look at the door, it says madrasa office, okay? And it has it in braille as well. For those who are blind, they can actually touch this and they know what it says. And they have this for health and safety, so the kids, the doors, it doesn't close in their hands. So, mashallah, the message is updating itself constantly.
I will tell you one thing.
Hi.
One thing I have forgotten.
Hi.
My perfume.
He's the head trustee.
Perfume is on.
Do you have a message for the community?
Yeah.
Do you have a message for the community regarding back to basics?
Continue what you're doing now. That's the only.
How can the community support us? Say the community in what
And in many ways.
Sir.
I can be the funding.
Sir.
I can be the supporting for the and morally. Facilities.
Sir.
Masjid. Many things.
Sir. I
don't
know how to say.
Continue what you're doing. Thank you.
So I'll take you now to the Imam's office. It's nearly Salat and that's why I'm whispering. I'll take you to the Imam's office, inshallah. Guys, follow me. Assalamu alaikum. Hello, Shahid.
Yeah.
Hey.
Alhamdulillah.
How you doing?
Very well, alhamdulillah.
What are you doing today?
Just preparing for our program tomorrow, inshallah ta'ala.
How you been?
I've been very well, alhamdulillah. So tomorrow is going to be a quite important topic that we hope to address with you, inshallah ta'ala. And let's leave a surprise.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Bismillah, alhamdulillah, wa salatu wa salamu ala rasulillah. My name is Suleiman Amin. I'm one of the members of Back to Basics.
What does Back to Basics provide that other projects don't provide that appeals to the youth?
What I think personally Back to Basics provides that other projects don't provide, it is just being intimate with people that come to the masjid. Not just being intimate with them while the program's going on, because afterwards there's so many people that come and we go get something to eat, we chill out, we chill outside of the program. So it's kind of just a whole full brotherhood, not just in brothers in the area. So it's not just in like Hayes, and because now it's branched out. So we have people that come from North London, South London, people that come from outside of London. Alhamdulillah, they come And some days it's more quiet than other days. Some days it's more bigger than other days, you know. But it's just that we have to keep pushing it with consistency. That's how the programs develop and get bigger. Not everything, you know, Rome wasn't built in a day.
Back to Basics regularly take young people out on field trips. Today they've managed to secure a golf session with the Golf Trust of Hillingdon. This session was partially arranged with the support and help of Forum for Change, which is an organisation that Back to Basics works closely with. During the last 10 days of Ramadan, the mosque gave Back to Basics a day to fundraise for the programme. Amongst other things, Back to Basics have used these funds to hire a minibus to take them to the golf session.
My name is Ayub Mohammed Musa.
How did you come about Back to Basics?
The way I came about Back to Basics, my brother came up to me and he said, I'd like to run a youth program to help brothers on the roads, close the barrier between them and the masjid. You know, there's a lot of things going on while you're on the road, you're trapped. So it was a good idea bringing this program to active. Alhamdulillah, ever since it's been active, it's been helping a lot of young brothers come to the masjid and perform the salah and do khair. And alhamdulillah, it's been very beneficial for a lot of brothers that I know my age and even younger.
Alhamdulillah, we have just arrived at the American Golf. We've got the youth with us, alhamdulillah, and we're going to take place. We're going to do a lot of activities. It's a 2-hour session, so inshallah, we'll see a lot of things, inshallah.
Thank you. Are we leaving the bags here, or
we're taking no, we're taking all our belongings with us. We can leave the bags as well, it's not a problem. I'll leave my belongings.
You're here to represent the mission, inshallah, okay? So best behave, inshallah, okay?
Any left-handers? Anybody think they might be left-handed? Do you bat left-handed cricket? Good man, and you? Yeah, okay, so you guys are going to be together because you need to be a club where you can share a left-handed club. But there's left-handed clubs in there. It does make a difference. So, boys, the left-handers, and there's only 2 of you. Any instructions I'm giving to all these guys, just reverse the thought. So if I'm talking about right hand, for you it's left hand. You got it? But don't worry, I'll come and see you. So first things first, guys. So the club you have, you're going to start with this. This is called an iron. Obviously, it's made out of iron, so that's what it's called. Now, the first thing you need to do, and this is the main thing I'm going to work on today, left hand needs to go at this end of the handle, and the right hand comes underneath. Now, don't have any gaps in your hands. It's not a hockey stick. It's not a cricket bat. You have no gaps. You make sure you hold it nice and firm in this position. The stance, the way you stand to the ball, you need to have your feet about a shoulder's width apart. Okay, so roughly work on that. The taller guys, all right, and we've got some tall guys, we've got some proper tall guys, you might need to be slightly wider because you're going to make a bigger turn because of your height, so longer levers. All right, your arms are going to be much higher up. You need more base, basically. You need to have a better base to do that. So you will be slightly wider in the stance. Okay, now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go and get some balls.
Are you looking forward to it?
I'm so excited. I've never done this, even though I'm left-handed. Yeah. I'm not going to miss the ball.
Okay, my name's Nigel Lawrence, and I've been a golf pro for 48 years, and last year I retired. But I'm still involved with this thing called the Golf Trust. So today we had the children and kids from Back to Basics, which obviously is sort of a different kind of way of getting to children in different backgrounds. So today this is an introduction to golf. I think we had maybe 25 guys. As you can see behind me, they're all enjoying themselves. They really took to it well, and we would love to have them back here at the West London Golf Centre again. So that's really what I want to say to you, but it's important that these kids can get a chance to play anything. Golf has always been maybe a little bit elitist, and the Golf Trust is really trying to break that down. So hopefully what we're doing today helps you do that.
And you've actually made the instructions look very simple, although it's not simple.
No, it's not simple. It's not simple. Get used to it. Get used to it. But do you know what I like? These guys, I've seen nobody, this is the big thing. For me, when I work with the kids, there's no squabbling. There's no squabbling. They've all behaved nicely, and they've enjoyed. Look at this. Hey, good.
Good.
Really good.
Yeah, nice one.
Really good. Don't look so shocked. That was good. that was good. But listen, what we had, an hour and a bit, and they're all hitting the ball well.
Yeah.
You know, they're all doing well.
Some of them, I have to say, they already shut it.
No, look at them.
Because they put a lot of energy doing it first time. But now we all getting.
The key thing is, it's about rhythm. It's rhythm.
How do you guys find the goal?
It's good.
Who's the best guy out of all of you?
Be quiet, be quiet. It was me from the beginning. It's me to the end.
I had the best shot.
Is there something you guys would like to do again?
Yeah,
sure,
man.
The need and the urgency for a youth group within the mosque became apparent in the early stages of building the mosque. Many of the facilities within Quba Mosque are now allocated as safe spaces and meeting halls for Back to Basics weekly reminders. With youthfulness comes passion and stamina, but the program could not have become successful without the guidance and support of the elders.
Alhamdulillah, Bismillah, Alhamdulillah, wa salatu wa salam ala Rasulullah. My name is Abu Hamida, well known as Abu Hamida, but my name is Mahmoud Abdi Ismail, and known in Masjid Quba or in Hayes as Abu Hamida.
We currently hold a program called Back to Basics in the community, and you've done itikaf with us actually in the month of Ramadan. Can you share with us some of the experiences that you saw in terms of the youth program, or just in general the whole itikaf program that was held this year?
MashaAllah, Alhamdulillah, this has been one of the best itikafs we've ever had in Masjid Quba. And basically it's because I managed to mix and mingle with the youth, and it was almost 100% youth. There's only about 2 of us that were older than the youth.
Young at heart.
And Alhamdulillah, it was an opportunity for me to meet them and know they are, understand their background, where they come from, what their ambitions are, and what they want to achieve out of itikaf. And there was people who have never been there, never had an itikaf before, and it was an opportunity for them to learn more about Islam. And this was a gathering that brought together youth in this program, back to Basics, and it is the fundamental of Islam that they were learning, the Aqidah, the Tawheed, Hadith, and many more things that were going on. So it was a fantastic opportunity and a fantastic time for myself.
This program that we've started now in the Masjid, Back to Basics, what does it mean to you, and what's your understanding of it?
The program Back to Basics was really interesting because this was something in my thinking for a long period, but to put things together was really missing. And thanks to you guys and Sheikh Yahya, I think that was actually the crunch of the development, where putting youngsters in the forefront of doing the work themselves, actually influence the others, was the whole meaning of actually Back to Basics. And I agree, it was a wonderful idea, a wonderful actually undertake, which was really making the difference. A lot of people have been involved with and actually put things together.
Can you introduce yourself to us?
My name is Omar. I'm part of Forum for Change and Engagement.
Do you feel like at the moment with Back to Basics you have an ally?
Well, Alhamdulillah, this is what I saw coming. And when I saw, mashallah, the brothers in Quba and Ramadan, I was extremely thrilled because having this amount of number of youngsters is something that, it tells you that there's some changes coming. And you just have to kind of work. Because in the beginning, when we formed the forum, we were kind of looking for an existing kind of like an organization that we can work with, that have experience. And we knocked into a few doors, but all of a sudden again, things never happened. But alhamdulillah, with Back to Basics, I think this is something which is very, very unique. And looks like a dream come true.
Brother Sulaiman, inshallah.
Yes, right now we're just sorting out the hall. We're going to be doing Back to Basics in Southland today. you know, trying to bring the brothers together. Everyone today is rushing to watch the football. So, you know, we rented a little hall, and, you know, they're going to be watching a little bit of the football there, and we're going to be doing our reminders.
The ball is ready?
The ball's ready, yeah?
Yeah, we need to go now and start prepping, inshallah.
Who do you guys have in football? Who's playing today?
Huh?
Is it the final?
France against Croatia.
France against Croatia.
Okay.
Merci de France, come on! Yeah!
The program is starting. It's 3 to 9 p.m. because of the match. The match starts at 4 o'clock. But initially, the program we have on Sundays is 8 o'clock. Alhamdulillah, because of the match, we're starting a bit early today. And then after the match, the program will start the halakha, the reminders, and a lot of things, inshallah. Refreshments for the brothers.
And how are you guys informing the youth about where to go for the program?
We have promoted it yesterday.
We use social media. A lot of the time we use social media, post up a lot of stuff, 10-second clips. That's the way to catch people's attention, you know. And then they see it, and then they talk to the people. Well, hey, look, this is what's going on today. And then, you know, they just come to the programs and
That's how they
events.
know,
For sure.
People are always
Social
on their
media,
phone.
man.
Always on their phone.
That's how they
Constantly, every
catch
second.
people.
And where can we follow Back to Basics?
You can follow Back to Basics on Instagram. It's B2B_live.
Follow us on Facebook.
And on Facebook as well. Back to Basics _live.
Alhamdulillah, we have come to Lidl. Alhamdulillah, we're going to buy some fruit, some refreshments. On top of that, we're going to do a picnic. So we're just at the place, Tigers. As you can see, London Tigers. We're going to be watching the World Cup right now. That's planned in here.
Okay.
Back to basic. The hall is reserved straight through.
Thank you.
Right now we're just watching, just finished half of the game, just watching a bit of the game, waiting for the brothers to come, just starting to get the refreshments in, so yeah, just chilling really.
I'm here to help me. It's always been helpful. Allah for a blessing. We've got the fruits for the brothers.
If I give you a short an example it is that I mentioned this last week actually. I mentioned it last week for those who were here. There was a man who went to collect some money for masjid that was being built. Okay, he went to go collect some money for that masjid. And he had in that area, there was a man who lived there who was very wealthy. He was very wealthy. But it was said that this man is very negative. He doesn't like religion a lot. He's a Muslim, but he's not really fond of it. Okay? This young man, he said, I'm going to go there. I tawakkal ala Allah. I'm going to put my trust in Allah and see what happens. So he went there. He knocked on his door. He told him, look, we have this project, there's a masjid that we're trying to build, will you fund us, will you support us? So this man, he said, okay, take out your hand. So this young man, he was shocked, astonished. He's going to give me something. I've done it. So he puts out his hand, and the man, he goes, he spits in his hand. The biggest spit you could ever imagine. Right? So what does the young man do? He looks at it and he does this. He goes, that was for me, now what do you have to give for Allah? When he said that, the man was completely moved by that statement. And his face changed. Because this young man, his intention, he didn't care about himself. And that's why the ulama, rahimahumullah azza wa jalla, when they talk about ikhlas and what you're doing, they say that the harm that befalls you from it, it doesn't affect you as much. It will affect you as a human being. وَلَقَدْ نَعْلَمُ أَنَّكَ يَضِيقُ صَدْرُكَ بِمَا يَقُولُونَ. Allah says to the Messenger sallallahu alaihi wasallam, surely we know that your heart becomes tight from what they say. Right? Allah says to the Messenger alayhi salatu wasallam, you're a human being, you're going to be affected, no doubt. but it shouldn't affect you so much because you have that control. He said that was for me, I don't care about me. But what do you have to give for Allah Azza wa Jal? Allahu Akbar. Allahu Akbar. No. So that was what he did. Yeah, man, what did he do? He went to the back of his house. He said, how much is left for the building project? How much money is left? And he told him the amount is left. He wrote him a check for the whole amount. He didn't have to say anything. What he did had that effect, right?
Alaikum assalam. We have, mashallah, we have one of our regular attendees. Mashallah. How did you find Back to Basics?
Alhamdulillah, I find the program is really good. I find in particular that there's a lot of brothers that come, especially I've seen brothers from all parts of London. I think even UK. Alhamdulillah, and when we get together, alhamdulillah, the brotherhood is strong. And I definitely encourage everyone to come to the program, inshallah. Inshallah.
Barakallah. Jazakallah khair, bro.
Allah Jalla wa Ala, He says in the Quran, وَمَا خَلَقْتُ الْجِنَّ وَالْإِنسَ إِلَّا لِيَعْبُدُونَ. I have not created jinkind and mankind except to worship me. That purpose that Allah Jalla wa Ala He created for, it is worship. And that is a call that we are calling the youth and ourselves back to, that we come back to the worship of Allah Azza wa Jal. We establish the worship of Allah Azza wa Jal, and that the meaning of worship, it is understood to be very vast, and that many things that you do, just with your intention being correct, that it can be a form of worship that Allah Jalla wa Ala He reward you for. And that's one of the objectives of Back to Basics, to bring people back to that, bring them back to the worship of Allah Azza wa Jal through many means that we see fit, that are befitting to use in order to get to the objective and the purpose, which is وَمَا خَلَقْتُ الْجِنَّ وَالْإِنسَ إِلَّا لِيَعْبُدُونَ. We ask Allah Azza wa Jal to aid us and to support us and to grant us the success that we seek, and to make us from those who are sincere in their actions, and to accept from us everything we do. إِنَّهُ وَلِيُّ ذَلِكَ وَالْقَادِرُ عَلَيْهِ وَصَلَّى اللَّهُ وَسَلَّمَ وَبَارَكَ عَلَى نَبِيِّنَا مُحَمَّدٍ وَعَلَى آلِهِ وَصَحْبِهِ أَجْمَعِينَ. وَالسَّلَامُ عَلَيْكُمْ وَرَحْمَةُ اللَّهِ وَبَرَكَاتُهُ.
Assalamu alaikum.